Hello people, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Esther and you are welcome to watch me here. I talk about health and well-being, and I also talk about human development, and I have just started a series of relationship. If you have not seen the single one that I did, which is how to tell that a man wants just one thing from you. Most times a man can give you mixed signals, or he's probably telling you he wants one thing from you and you're not coordinate. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box, and I would like you to go ahead and see it. So today I am going to tell you how it is impossible for a woman to change a man. Absolutely impossible. I have seen preachers like this.
Go and pray for your husband. Stop fighting. Stop nagging. Stop doing feminism. It does not work.
I have seen a lot of preachers, a lot of teachers say that a woman has the power to change a man, especially within the confines of marriage. Today I'm going to convince you, I'm going to make you understand that it is all a lie. There is no way under heaven that a woman would be able to transform a grown man. That a woman can change a man. No, you can't do that. You are just going to frustrate yourself. Now, let's go right into number one reason. Now, the first reason is this, because I know that there is a sort of religious connotation to everything we do. So let's look at the spiritual angle. Please, can anyone show me anywhere in the Bible where it is written that the heart of a man is in a woman's hand? No. So you see, it is unbiblical. It is fallacious. There is no spiritual principle to it that a woman within the confines of marriage can change a man. And someone might be saying, yes, the Bible says that the heart of man is in God's hands, and God turns it the way He pleases. So I can tell God to change my husband's heart, and then He's going to change towards me. Look, I am not a prophet of doom. I'm not here to say, oh, it is impossible. But let me tell you, if it were possible, then God would have removed your free will from you and I. So you've got a free will, you've got responsibility for your actions, and that is why there is rule and order, and that is why God gave 10 commandments. So if the heart of man is in God's hands, God will not need to give us commandments, because you know what? He can turn it so that we do His will. So your husband is an individual whom God has given free will, whom God will not take away free will from. So he has the power of choice. He has the power to make his own decision. It's not about you telling God change him. If God was changing every human being, we all would be zombies. So stop. If you're praying that kind of prayer, you're simply praying amiss. He is not going to change. And then maybe when he finally changes after like 2 or 5 decades, and then you go, God finally answered my prayer. Just patience. No, God did not answer your prayer. The man's misbehavior ran its natural course. Research has proven that people outgrow evil, people outgrow criminality, people outgrow crime. So your husband possibly outgrew those bad behaviors, and then you say, God has answered my prayer. It is good to be patient. No. Okay, he just changed because he willed it in his heart to do so, and that is why he did that. So there's nowhere in the Bible where you can change a man's heart, because he's responsible for his actions, not you. Now, another reason you can't change that man is because as a woman, it is unnatural for you to change your man. It is unnatural. Let's look at scientific formation. Even the Bible tells you that you should train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he grows, he will not depart from it. What that tells you is that there is a formative years of human being, and there is when adulthood would have set in. And at that adulthood time, everything the person has learned as a child is then enshrined such that the person has been formed already. So as an adult man, he is no longer in his formative years. So how do you want to form a man that is already formed? The only person who can form him is his parents, and his parents have done the job. So all you see is the finished product. I just don't like it when I see women, being told to shoulder the burden of changing a man, to bear the burden of changing a man, the responsibility of changing a man, as if the man is a project. No, the man is formed. Is either good for you or he's not good for you. So if he's disrespecting you, treating you in a manner that does not dignify you, you have a responsibility to either walk away from it and refuse to carry on the burden of changing him. It is unnatural. So as long as he's in his adult form, you cannot change him because he's already formed. And you know what? Your husband, your man, has a mind of his own. He doesn't look like a zombie. He's only a zombie you can easily change. He's a man with his own mind, with his own free will. If he wants to change, it will be his own decision. So there's nothing you can do about it. And this is why a lot of women are existing in a bad marriage, in a bad relationship, and they do not have the power to leave because they keep hoping, they keep believing that somehow in their good behavior, in the manner that they submit, in the manner that they continue to love this man, in spite of, he is going to change. No. In the manner that you keep loving him, in the manner that you keep pampering his misbehavior, he will be encouraged to continue to do what he's doing. You know why? Because man is insatiable, and the Bible tells us the heart of man is desperately wicked. So out of the abundance of the wickedness of his heart, no matter what you do, he will continue to show you that wickedness, because that is what his natural being is. Until there is a reason for him to change, he will not change. And that reason brings me to number 3 reason why you can't change him. There is no cause and effect. There is no consequence. When there is no consequence for actions, forget it. He is not going to change. He slaps you today. He says, oh baby, I'm sorry. You know, it's because I love you. I would not do that again. Or you know, it's because you did this and that, and that is why I did this, that. And then you think, oh, perhaps if I don't do this again, he will not do that again. So it is actually in my making or in my power to make sure that this man turns out good. No. There is no consequence. You know, I was told of a woman who, at the point she married her husband, earlier on in her marriage, the man had slapped her and then she beat the man. You know, so she was able to withstand the man. And she did a lot of things that they are not married for 50 years. The man has not raised his hand on her again. You know why? Because he got the consequences of his action. So he knows that no, this way you're trying to lie, there is no path there. So unless he sees that, look, for this thing you do, there is a consequence, he's not going to change. And the consequence you need to give is to walk out of that relationship. That's it. So when he goes into the next one, he will learn. And if he goes to the next one also leaves him for same reason. Look, you don't need there's no need to pray. He will change. Maybe with the third person. So the way that we have allowed ourselves to be treated with disdain, with disrespect, also comes from the way that we value ourselves as women, as a group. The things you accept as normal, the things you take as being your own responsibility, and then you just exonerate the man from the consequences of his action, from the responsibility of the action that he has taken on himself, by himself, for himself. The way you exonerate him from all of that, what do you expect? He will continue to treat you with disrespect. And not just you, all the women around you. And the upcoming generation, the sons that he's raising, will learn the same thing. The friends around him who maybe have good intentions, but have seen that, look, this is what is normal. A man in this society, a man in this culture could do this and get away with it. Even the good one will be forced to take on the bad behavior because there is no consequence. And human nature is attracted to bad behavior. So the earlier we start ending the way that we accept bad behavior, the earlier the men will start changing naturally. Now, another reason why you cannot change a man is because he needs a reason to change. And that reason must not come from you. The more you try to give him a reason, the more he's going to see that you are desperate. He's going to read it as desperation. So don't be the person that goes to tell a man, oh look, no matter what you do, I'm in this for us. It is a do or die affair. We are here together. I'm not going anywhere. No matter what you do, we die here. We are here together. What do you expect he will do? He will play you like a ping pong. You're simply telling him, no matter what you do, I give you the permission to do it. I will still be here. You have not given him a reason to stop his bad behavior. The reason to stop his bad behavior is not to give him so much love. Oh my God. I know some people say, what are you saying? Love covers multitude of sin. If he continues to misbehave and I keep loving him, then he's going to change. Iran la la, Iran la la, Iran la la. It's a big lie. It's not going to happen that way. Look, I know some things sound religiously correct, but it is not realistically, naturally correct. It only exists on the pulpit because that's what they're saying. But it is not reality. If a man misbehaves to you, continues to treat you badly, treats you with disrespect, and all you do is cry and beg for love and say, I'm here, I will not leave you, you know I love you, please. Just prepare, buy more towel or buy more tissue because you're going to cry more tears. And don't tell me that, at some point he changed. No, he changed when he got tired. He found a reason for himself. He changed when his six-pack disappeared. He changed when he could no longer service those women. He changed when his account became blank. He changed because he no longer looked as good as he was back then. Why do you think that African men marry white ladies? I say this with all respect to both race, and then they sort of behave themselves to a large extent. But when they are with a black lady, they treat them differently. The other one is treated like a queen. The other one is not treated as much. You know why? Because you as a black woman have not learned to respect yourself. You have not learned to give out consequences. You are still taking on the anything that is dished out to you. You have not set out clear boundaries. He has not seen you give yourself much value. He knows that there is no consequence for his action. He knows that he will cheat and come back into your arms, but treats you less than what you're worth. Come on, you're a black queen. So give yourself that dignity of walking away from whatever does not serve its purpose in your life. And don't be afraid to let him go. Let him go. Another man will come until you find the right one. Don't be afraid of being alone. And it won't take too long. The right man will come your way. But the point I'm making is this. You cannot give him a reason. He's got to find a reason for himself, by himself, in himself to change. I was told of a man who was a drunk and then he met a lady who sort of gave him, attention. And then he felt like, oh my God, this lady gave me attention. Oh my God, I better make sense. I better stop drinking. I better seek help. Otherwise, this lady is going to go just as other ladies have gone. And he changed because of that. So it wasn't about the lady. He changed because he wanted to keep the lady. The lady didn't have to do anything. As a matter of fact, the lady had told him, like, look, I'm not going to be with a drunk. If you want to be with me, then you need to clean up. And he cleaned up himself just for the lady. So it wasn't about anything the lady did. It was his own personal decision. And that's the point I want you to take. So no matter what you do, you will not change a man that isn't willing to change. Now, another reason you can't change a man is because he keeps going back to you or you keep going back to him. How do you want him to change? You are encouraging it. You put yourself in his shoes. You are encouraging him by the fact that you let him come back into your arms, by the fact that you go into his arms every time. So he's not motivated at all. He's even encouraged. You're just finding the misbehavior. So you might say, oh, I will be able to change him at some point. I will just keep trying. The only way you can change him is if he is your client and you are a therapist or a counselor. Then the relationship you have is a customer, client, or a service provider client relationship. Then you might be able to change him. But even at that, he's the one who needs to take the step and say, you know what, I need to change. So let me sit down and then seek therapy and look for ways to change my behavior. But you don't have that kind of relationship. You don't have a service provider client relationship. No, you have an emotional connection. So, because you have an emotional connection, it is an emotional relationship. You cannot have a service provider-client relationship. So, you cannot change him. So, this is where I'll end this video today. If you found this video interesting, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and also share with your friends and loved ones. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, now is a good time to do so. What are you waiting for? Just click on that subscribe button. As usual, is our love from me to you. Have a good day.